Ever wondered how self-doubt impacts your personal growth? It's a question that's been on the minds of many, and for good reason. You see, self-doubt is a bit of a paradox. On the one hand, it can be a significant roadblock, a relentless voice that whispers, "We're not good enough. We're not capable, and we're bound to fail." It can stifle our progress, drain our energy, and leave us in a rut of inaction. But on the flip side, when appropriately managed, self-doubt can be a secret weapon. It can drive us to question our results, experiment with new strategies, and be open to different problem-solving methods. It can push us to work harder, improve our skills, and foster a sense of compassion and insight into ourselves and others. The key lies in our perception of self-doubt and our response to it. Do we let it sabotage our chances of success, or do we harness it as a tool for growth? As we delve deeper, we'll explore how two great thinkers, Carl Jung and René Descartes, viewed self-doubt. First, let's explore the viewpoint of Carl Jung, a prominent Swiss psychiatrist. Carl Jung was a pioneer in understanding the layers of the human psyche, and he introduced concepts that can shed light on our understanding of self-doubt. Jung proposed two significant elements of the psyche: the self and the shadow. The self, according to Jung, is the conscious mind, the part of ourselves that we present to the world. It's the person we believe ourselves to be. But then there's the shadow, the unconscious aspect of our personality that the conscious self does not identify with. The shadow comprises repressed ideas, weaknesses, desires, instincts, and shortcomings. It's the part of us we'd instead not acknowledge, but it's there, lurking in the background. Now, where does self-doubt fit into this picture? Self-doubt can be seen as a manifestation of our shadow. Those nagging thoughts whisper we're not good enough, we're not capable, and we're bound to fail. These thoughts are uncomfortable and often painful to confront. We might prefer to ignore them, to push them back into the shadowy corners of our minds. But here's the catch. Jung believed that growth comes from acknowledging and integrating our shadow into our conscious self. So what does it mean to integrate our shadow? It's about recognizing and understanding those parts of ourselves that we've pushed away. It's about acknowledging that we do have weaknesses, we do have fears, and yes, we do have self-doubt. But instead of letting these aspects of our shadow hold us back, we can use them as tools for self-improvement. Think about it. If we never doubted ourselves, would we be motivated to improve? If we thought we were perfect just as we are, wouldn't we become complacent? Self-doubt, painful as it can be, is a catalyst for growth. It pushes us to strive for better, to work on our weaknesses, and to become the best version of ourselves. But it's essential to manage this self-doubt, not let it consume us. It's about finding a balance. We should listen to our self-doubt, but not let it silence our self-belief. We should question ourselves, but not lose faith in our abilities. We should acknowledge our weaknesses, but also celebrate our strengths. So, according to Jung, self-doubt, when confronted, can lead to personal growth. It's not something to be feared or avoided. Instead, it's a part of ourselves that we should embrace and learn from. As we navigate the journey of self-improvement, let's remember that our doubts and fears don't define us. Instead, how we respond to them does. So let's face our shadow, confront our self-doubt, and use it to become a better version of ourselves. Now, let's turn to the French philosopher René Descartes. This intellectual powerhouse from the 17th century gave us an intriguing method to deal with doubt, a technique known as radical doubt. Descartes believed our knowledge and beliefs could be tainted with errors and misconceptions. To cleanse our minds, he proposed an intellectual detox: doubt everything until we reach something undeniable, something we cannot doubt. Descartes' radical doubt is not a call to skepticism, but a journey towards certainty. He famously stated, "I think, therefore I am." This statement emerged from the depths of his doubt. He couldn't doubt it because even doubting implies thinking, which means existence. This was his unquestionable truth, the bedrock of his philosophy. However, Descartes' method is not just about philosophical musings. It's a practical tool for self-discovery. When we question our beliefs, we are essentially questioning ourselves. Each belief is a piece of our identity puzzle. By examining these pieces, we can get a clearer picture of our true selves. Imagine you believe you're not good at public speaking. Now, this belief could be a product of past experiences, external influences, or even self-perceived limitations. If you apply Descartes' method, you start doubting this belief. You question its validity, origins, and impact on your life. As you dissect this belief, you might realize it's not a fact but a self-imposed limitation. This realization can motivate you to improve your public speaking skills and break free from this limiting belief. Descartes' radical doubt can also help us understand our values. Let's say you believe honesty is the best policy. By doubting this belief, you don't become dishonest. Instead, you explore why you value honesty and how it shapes your actions and decisions. This process can strengthen your commitment to your values and help you live a more authentic life. Lastly, Descartes' method can enhance our empathy. When we understand our beliefs' complexity and subjectivity, we can appreciate others' perspectives more. We realize that as our experiences shape our beliefs, so do others. This understanding can foster respect and tolerance for diverse views. Thus, Descartes suggests that self-doubt can catalyze self-discovery and improvement. As we've seen, self-doubt has two faces. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? Here we have two great minds, Carl Jung and René Descartes, each with unique perspectives on the role of self-doubt in our lives. On one hand, we have Jung, who viewed doubt as a necessary part of our psychological development. It's a tool that allows us to question, explore, and ultimately understand our inner selves better. It's the inner conflict, the struggle, that sparks growth. The catalyst pushes us to confront our fears and insecurities, leading to deeper self-awareness and personal development. On the flip side, we have Descartes, who saw doubt as a method of questioning the world around us to seek truth and knowledge. To Descartes, doubt wasn't a personal demon to be conquered, but a philosophical tool to dissect reality and our understanding of it. It's a scalpel in the hands of a curious mind, cutting through the layers of assumption and prejudice, revealing the core of objective truth. In essence, both Jung and Descartes celebrate doubt, but from different angles. Jung focuses on the inner world, the realm of emotions and psychology, while Descartes emphasizes the outer world, the sphere of knowledge and logic. Yet both agree that doubt, when used wisely, can be a powerful ally. But let's not forget that self-doubt, like any tool, can be misused. It can turn into a crippling fear, a paralyzing uncertainty that holds us back from reaching our true potential. When we let self-doubt control us instead of controlling it, it becomes a hindrance, a barrier to our growth and success. So, it all boils down to perspective, doesn't it? Self-doubt can be a double-edged sword. It can either hold us back, trapping us in a cycle of fear and hesitation, or push us forward, driving us to question, explore, and grow. It's clear that self-doubt can either hold us back or push us forward depending on our perspective. So the question is, which side of the sword will you wield? So how can we harness self-doubt for our personal growth? To kickstart this journey, let's reflect on the wisdom of Carl Jung and René Descartes. Both of them, in their unique ways, offer valuable insights on how to utilize self-doubt effectively. Firstly, adopt a Jungian approach by acknowledging your self-doubt. Recognize it as a part of your psyche rather than shunning it away. It's a signal, an inner compass indicating areas of your life that require attention and improvement. Use it as a tool to introspect and identify your weaknesses. From there, you can create a roadmap to strengthen those areas, thus turning self-doubt into a catalyst for personal growth. Now, let's turn to Descartes. He employed doubt as a method of inquiry, a philosophical tool to question everything until only the undeniable truth remained. You can apply this method to your self-doubt. Instead of accepting it at face value, question it. Ask yourself, is this doubt based on fact, or is it a product of fear? More often than not, you'll find that it's the latter. By doing this, you're not only challenging your self-doubt, but also paving the way for self-assurance. Next, it's crucial to maintain a positive self-dialogue. Remember, the way you converse with yourself determines your self-efficacy. Keep your self-talk constructive and encouraging. When self-doubt creeps in, remind yourself of your achievements and your potential. This practice will eventually help you navigate self-doubt and transform it into a driving force for personal growth. Lastly, persistence is critical. Like any other personal development process, managing self-doubt requires time, patience, and consistency. It's a journey, not a destination. So keep going, embrace your self-doubt, learn from it, and let it guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, it's not the presence of self-doubt, but how you respond to it that truly matters. As we conclude our exploration of self-doubt, let's revisit the key points we've unpacked. We've journeyed through the perspectives of Carl Jung and René Descartes, two brilliant minds who've given us valuable insights into the nature of self-doubt. We learned that self-doubt, like a double-edged sword, has the potential to hinder or foster our growth. It can trap us in a perpetual cycle of second-guessing, or it can motivate us to question, learn, and evolve. The difference lies in how we choose to navigate it. Harnessing the power of self-doubt begins with understanding its nature and recognizing its presence in our lives. From there, we can use it as a catalyst for self-improvement. It's about transforming the energy of doubt into a force that propels us forward rather than one that holds us back. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's okay to bloom late, to stumble, to question. The key is to keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. If you found this discussion insightful, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content, and stay curious.